The reason the devil fights your peace so hard is because he knows peace is proof of your alignment with God. It is the atmosphere where faith grows, and it is the very thing that silences his lies. So if he can disturb your peace, he can disturb your destiny, and you may not realize it, but every anxious thought, every restless night, every sudden wave of fear is a targeted attack on the spiritual stillness that Philippians 4:7 calls a peace that surpasses all understanding. Because the enemy cannot stand a believer who rests in God while storms are raging. He knows that kind of peace is contagious. It shakes his kingdom and inspires others to trust God more deeply. The first hidden reason the devil wages war against your peace is because peace is spiritual authority. When you are unshaken in the middle of chaos, you reflect the nature of Christ, who slept in the boat during the storm. And that calm authority reminds the devil he is already defeated. So he secretly sends distractions, conflicts, and noise to try to push you out of that posture. Because he knows if you hold your peace, you hold your power. The second reason is because peace keeps your mind clear to hear God's voice. And the enemy knows that once your mind is clouded with fear or worry, you lose discernment. You start doubting, second-guessing, and even missing divine instructions. But Isaiah 26, verse 3, declares that God keeps in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on him, which means the devil's shocking strategy is to bombard your thoughts until you no longer stay fixed on God, but on your problems. And once your focus shifts, your faith begins to leak. The third reason is because peace protects your relationships. The devil thrives in division, gossip, bitterness, and offense. And he knows that when your spirit is at peace, you are slow to anger and quick to forgive. So he tries to stir unnecessary conflict, plant suspicion, and exaggerate offenses to rob you of unity. Because Psalm 133 says, God commands blessing where brethren dwell together in unity. And the devil wants nothing more than to block that commanded blessing from reaching your life. The fourth reason is because peace guards your health and energy. You cannot pour out effectively in ministry, work, or family when you are constantly drained by stress. And the devil is aware that a restless heart weakens your body and shortens your endurance. But Proverbs 14:30 says a heart at peace gives life to the body. So the enemy works in hidden ways to keep you exhausted, burned out, and weary. Because the weaker you feel, the less effective you are in carrying your calling. The fifth reason is because peace is the soil where miracles manifest. When you rest in God, you create space for Him to move. You stop striving in your own strength and begin trusting Him fully. And the devil knows this is the secret to breakthrough. That many of the greatest testimonies come not when you fight harder, but when you release the fight and rest in God's promises. So He fights your peace to keep you in constant self-effort, hoping you will never tap into the supernatural flow of grace. But Exodus 14:14 reminds you that the Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. And the devil hates that stillness because it invites heaven into your situation. So understand this clearly. Your peace is not casual. It is spiritual warfare. It is a shield that guards your mind, a fortress that protects your faith, a signal to hell that you refuse to be moved, and the very atmosphere where God does His greatest work. So guard it relentlessly, fight for it in prayer, anchor it in the Word, and refuse to surrender it to circumstances. Because if the devil is fighting your peace so hard, it is a shocking confirmation that something powerful is about to be birthed in your life. And the greatest victory you can have over him is to remain unshaken, resting in the truth that Romans 8:28 is still working all things together for your good. Thank you for supporting our channel. Subscribe to see more videos and stay connected with us in the comments.